everybody. It's Casey here to do some live readings tonight and some spiritual talk. Don't tell me you're hungry already. She's sitting here staring at me. Come on, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Come here. Lay down. Good girl. Where's a good baby? Yeah. Hi, Lena. Hi, Em. Hi, Tracy. Hey, GB. How you feeling, hon? You better? Hey, Christine. Hey, Casey. How is everybody? Hi, Divine Goddess. How is everybody? GB, are you feeling a lot better, hon? Good. I'm doing good. Doing good. Good. Nobody else has had COVID, had they? Oh, what's going on, Tracy? Oh, you're funny, Casey. So I kind of couldn't sleep last night. So I went over to watch Tarot Charms. Yes, Tinkerbell. She was over here staring at me. I said, what the heck? You can't be hungry already. I'm just getting started. Bad reaction to medicines? Who has a runny nose? I have a runny nose all of a sudden. So I'm on there and I'm talking and we're talking and stuff, and all of a sudden Casey pops on. That was the first time she'd ever been there. She couldn't sleep either. Oh no. Em, I was thinking about you earlier. Have you started school again, hon? Because they're having those ice sculptures up at Breckenridge. I thought maybe that might be fun. Something we could do. Go up and see the ice sculptures in Breckenridge. Yeah, let's do that. It's like, I think it starts like the 23rd or something. Yeah. We have to dress warm. We have to wear boots because we'll be in ice. We will be in ice. Yes. Okay, Lena, are you new here, hon? Ice, baby. I can't stop coughing, especially laughing. Makes me cough. Ugh. Did you try that Bach flower remedy yet, Casey? You're working downtown? Well, apparently, have lemon honey tea. Lena, are you here, hon? Who hasn't had a reading in a while? No, I haven't been sick. I don't even walk out the door except to the post office or the store or the doctor's office. Oh, Ben, you haven't had a reading for a while. You want one, hon? Yeah, Casey has the Rona. So between Casey and me and the reader, I can't think of her name. We were all in tears last night. Alban, okay. What's your question, Alban? Stacy, yes. Now, I put up, okay, so in my playlist in classes, I put up a video just for you guys to be aware of, okay? Just for awareness reasons. There's a doctor from Texas that is talking about, he's questioning, why is nobody treating people rather than saying, oh, you've got corona, go home, and not treating them with anything till they go to the hospital. So he was outlining what he is treating everybody with. So if you look at that video, it's in playlist under classes, and it's probably the very last one on there. So I put it on there for everybody to look at, just for awareness purposes, okay? Okay, Alban wants to know what's coming toward her. Okay, so I think you're stuck. I kind of think, and I'm thinking you're stuck. Okay, because the first card is the Knight of Wands, and the third card is the Seven of Swords. Okay, so this card is talking about anger and frustration. All this, you've got all these things that are building up. Okay, they've been building up for a while, but you're stuck between that and the lies and the deceit that have been going on. Okay? But there's a fast moving energy coming in that's bringing a new day, a new dawn. It's like, okay, crossroads. You're right at the crossroads of this. Okay? It's like you've been dealing with all this stuff, but you have a new day dawning, a new beginning coming in. Okay? So like I said, you're at the crossroads. So then I have the Three of Wands. You're waiting for your ship to come in, hon. There's some forward movement toward this. And the thing is, I think you had to go through these other things, the lies, the deceit, the anger, the frustration, everything. I think you needed to go through that in order to get to the point. You're waiting for your ship to come in, okay? And you're now, because you went through all of this, you're more open and receptive to things, new things coming in, okay? Stay the loving, caring, nurturing person that you are, hon. There's lots and lots of possibilities coming in for you, okay? And the Temperance card, just have some patience. Again, look at this. You've got two cards, new day coming, a new day coming, a new beginning, a new dawn. Have some patience, hon, because there's a lot of healing going on, okay? But there is movement forward. And I think it's coming in pretty quick, okay? Does that make sense, hon? Your daughter got it right after Christmas. Now, I know that you're still trying to understand what vitamin D3 does, but it's a hormone, and it seems to ward off viruses. These are the they're both Gilded Tarot, the older deck and the newer deck. Casey, I'm always using these cards. You're welcome, Alban. Yeah. So But my doctor stresses what the teaching hospitals are saying is 10,000 units of D3 a day and 50 of zinc. So, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, GB. Have you tried rosemary, GB? Keep telling everybody because it's an antibacterial, an anti-parasitic, an antiviral. It's got all kinds of vitamins and minerals in it. You make a tea out of rosemary. It seems to clear everything out. You might want to try it, hon. A heaping tablespoon, I don't know, probably about that much, in a quart of water and boil it for a few minutes and then drink it. Yeah. You might put a little lemon and honey in that too, because rosemary is not the best tasting. Who else we got here? You know, my screen is only showing 2 people here. Who else? Who else do we want? Em, you want a reading, hon? Yeah. But you show 1 person? I show 3 now that I said that. Yeah. Hi, Easy. Did you want a reading tonight, hon? You're always just watching. Did you want a reading? Okay, M, Easy, and Christine. Okay, and GB. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So what about general energy? Okay, so I'll do M and then I'll do Easy. So Easy, maybe that'll give you time to think of a question or general reading. You know. Em, are you guys kind of tug of warring? First thing I thought of. I'll pull one more card. Okay, so I have the 5 of Swords. And that's... Okay, that is usually... are you being hard on yourself or are you letting somebody put you down and make you feel bad about yourself? Could also be a narcissist card, but I think... Okay, are you second guessing yourself, Em? You pulled your energy back again, okay? Because we've got this very busy man that has a lot of responsibilities here, okay? And then you're here, you're the mover and shaker, you're the go-getter, you're the person that gets things done, manifests things, okay? And yeah, and this makes sense, you pulling back. You know, the universe is offering you something. Yeah. But you're just looking at it. He needs to deal with his stuff, okay? But you know what, hon? Focus on you, okay? Focus on you at this point in time because I think you need to work on some self-love. But I do show that you're coming to the end of a lot of depression and anxiety and nightmare, okay? And you're coming out a much wiser person on the other side. I'm going to pull one more card. That ought to give him something to think about. I have a feeling that if you keep doing that, he's going to show up. If you keep doing that, he's going to show up. That's going to be a rude awakening for him. But see, yeah, you're stuck in your head, though. Okay, you're stuck in your head. But you've planted the seeds for what you want, okay? But stand your ground, hon. Stand your ground. Take the time. I know. Oh, I know, honey. Hold on, let me look at this. I know who it's from. Okay. The 31st. This is about the shields. We'll talk about this for a second. Yeah. Em, would you like to be a mod? Okay, so give me a minute, easy. Okay, so we're going to be doing some shields. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to, this is a year-long commitment. Okay. This is a year commitment. So this is like a reverse vision board. Okay. So what you do is you put your intent out to the universe that you would like to build a shield with the gifts that the universe gives you around the new moon every month. Okay? So this is a 12-month commitment. Okay, does that make sense? So what we're going to do is meet once a month, probably a week after the new moon, so we can talk about the gifts we have received from the universe. So instead of putting a vision board out of the things you would like in your life, it's learning to receive from the universe. Okay? So how many of you would like to do something like that? Because this month, we're probably going to start it before the 31st because we need to set the intention. Okay? So you guys need to let me know. Okay. So hold on, let me pick 2 more people. Then we'll have our 7. Okay. Okay, Easy, you're next, hon. Did you come up with a question yet? Or you want a general reading? Easy, are you still here, hon? So this is who I have on the list. I have Easy, Christine, GB, Olive, Felicia, and Lynn. Hey, Jenna. So, okay, generating. Okay, hold on, Christine. I got to do Easy yet. How are you doing, Jenna? How did the play date go with your daughter, hon? Oh, are you in a love relationship, Easy? Okay, so the first two cards I have are the Lover's cards and the Ace of Cups. This could be a love relationship. This could be a committed relationship. See, you were worried for nothing, Jenna. That's absolutely awesome, girl. Okay? But this, if you're not in a love relationship, this could be you making some choices and decisions around love, and I think you're going to choose yourself. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. But it's still making choices and decisions around love, but choosing yourself, okay? And that's probably a good thing because then that wakes them up, okay? But I have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune talks about things starting to shift, but it's in divine timing, okay? But it's things moving forward. It's decisions, choices, things being made in your favor. And that's you choosing you, I think, at this point in time, okay? But, hon, take the time for yourself. Take the time to focus on the gratitude. Take the time to focus on the beauty in your life. I think you're very stable. You're very grounded at this point in time. But I think you need to take the time to appreciate, to express that gratitude a little more, okay? And I think that's awesome for you because you have some choices to make. Okay. The universe has opened up a couple pathways for you. Now, your choice is to make a choice. Whatever's best for you at this point in time, okay? Because you've been through hell and back, you're not going to take any more BS, okay? You're following your intuition and you're knowing, and all you want at this point in time is finding some peace in your life. Okay? Does that make sense, hon? Yeah, your choice is to make it, because even when you don't make a choice, you're still making a choice, you know? Christine wants to know about love. Yeah. Okay. How does Salvador see her? How does Salvador see Christine? I'm so happy that play date went good, Jenna. That's because GB's been down with COVID, hon. Is this going to be I'm going to choose me night? Okay. I think this guy's got too much baggage. Okay. So I think you're going to choose you, whatever's going on. I think you're going to choose what you're passionate about, what you want, because I think this guy's got a lot of baggage. Okay. He's got a lot of things crying. He's crying over spilt milk. He's crying over, he's carrying, a lot of things from the past. But you're not going to put up with anything that he's popping up with. Okay. Because you're looking for truth and clarity. You're looking for honesty, and you want a peaceful relationship. But I think that he's stuck in his head. He can't make a choice. He can't make a decision because he's still stuck in the past. Okay? But you, okay, you've got 2 aces in here, hon. Those are gifts from the universe. These are new beginnings for you. There is something coming in that's going to be long-term and stable, but I don't think it's going to be real quick. Okay? Hey, Daisy. But like I said, I think you're choosing you. I think you're choosing to make healthier decisions, something more stable, working on you, okay? But I also see you going within and finding your own inner authority, knowing who you are, what you want, and then going out and shining your light in the world. Because like I said, there is something long-term stable coming for you, but you've got to work on you. You've got to choose you first, okay? Does that make sense, hon? Yeah, you could donate if you want, Daisy. Yes, we always take donations. Thank you. Psych nursing. Oh my God, 99. What does that mean, Alban? Somebody feels heavy tonight. Yeah, Jenna said the same thing. 99? Okay, GB, if you're going to take psych nursing, make sure you take a little bit of alternative stuff in there. Maybe some herbal medicine. Okay, they have some courses here called Integrative Therapeutic Practices, and it's bringing together alternative medicine with Western medicine. I think that you would do really, really well with taking some of those classes and bringing that into it too. Okay, what's going on with GB and the Aquarius? Oh, 9 and a child and 9 likes, yeah. Yeah, this was something totally unexpected, wasn't it? Because I have the Tower card. I don't see it working out, hon. Okay, but here's your Tower. Something's totally out of the blue, something totally unexpected. And what's interesting is the next card is the Magician. And the card under that is the Magician. Now, the Magician to me is he has all the tools to master what he wants. Okay? I think he has all the tools to master exactly what he wants. But also, the magician has to practice and study every day of their life in order to manifest exactly what they want and to learn new skills. I think this guy's dealing with a lot. He's just not open and receptive, hon. It's nothing to do with you. But see, there was a tiny offer here, okay? Tiny offer. But I think he's dealing with a lot. Because the Nine of Swords talks about depression and anxiety. It's the end of it. It's coming out of that. Okay? And it's coming out much wiser on the other side. But again, here's your magician again. Practice and study for what you want. But at the same time, he's not open and receptive. He's holding his cards close to his chest. I kind of get the feeling he's just waiting to see how you respond. Okay? I'll pull one more card because I just don't show he's open and receptive, but he's... So let me ask you this, GB. What value are you putting on yourself? Maybe that he's told you that. Maybe he feels safe because you're not going to expect anything of him. I just... Okay, so this is the Apprenticeship card. He's got all these things going on. And I think that okay, it's like he's set his boundary. It's like he set his boundary. Now that he's set his boundary, he feels more comfortable with you. But I think this guy, yeah. But it could be work, but he's stuck in his head all the time. Okay? He's stuck in his head all the time. But he's learning a lot of new things. Girl, I would be friends for now and not expect anything out of him. Because a lot of times if men tell you something like that, they really mean it. I actually feel like he feels safe with you now that he's established his intent or non-intent. Does that make sense, hon? But I don't see it going forward. I just think that he feels comfortable with you now that he's told you how he feels. Okay. Olive. Oh, let's see. Okay, we got... Yeah, it was all the blue, out of the blue. Yeah. February. So I don't know if any of you ever listen to Steve's Love Tarot, but he brings in the astrology with the energy that he picks up. He says there should be a major shift, that everything's going to be a lot easier for everybody with this node shift. Yeah. I'm sorry, GB. Okay, Olive. Yes. February. Well, yeah, because retrograde can bring out a lot of stuff, hon. Bring out, yeah, people reassess situations. They reassess everything. But if he comes back and tries to be more serious with you, GB, you establish what his intent is before you move forward. Okay? You said you didn't want a relationship, that it was you, not me. What do you want from me? What do you want from us? Establish the intent before if he tries to move it forward again. Yes, we're in the shadow of Mercury retrograde now. Doesn't it start Friday? Yeah. It starts Friday, I think. Okay. So Olive, first thing I have is the Apprenticeship Card, the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's busy. Somebody's learning new things. They have their focus on one thing. Now, just remember, if this is a man, men have a tendency to only be able to focus on one thing at a time. That's the way they're designed. That's the way they're built. Women are multitaskers because we have to take care of the men. We have to take care of the kids. We have to take care of everything, okay? But this guy has he's learning a lot of things. I think he's stuck in his head and he's only focusing on one thing at a time. Or it could be you, okay? But then I have the Lover's card. Okay, and I like this Lover's card because he's looking to her to set the boundaries, to set the guidelines. He's looking to you to lead the way, and she's looking to the divine, okay? But Lover's card also talks about making choices and decisions. But I do show that there is forward movement. There's some success in this, okay? Yeah, Jenna, the shadow period 2 weeks before, okay? But this is moving forward, success. This guy, it makes sense, hon? Okay, but this is somebody that knows you and loves you for who you are, okay? And I do think this could be something long-term, stable, prosperous, happy family, everything. From a former mentor. So in other words, yeah. Here's the job. You have to make some choices about what you love, but it's going to be successful. Okay? And I do think it's going to be great. Like she said, be patient. And again, she said to be patient. Take a step back, take a break. Okay? And then again, the Eight of Pentacles. That's the first and the last card. New job, learning new things, apprenticeship. Okay, so Olive, I want you to try this. I want you to create this room in your head. This is your safe place. This is your manifestation place. Create this room, decorate it however you want, set it up however you want, okay? This is where you can sit and talk to the divine. You can put up a TV screen. You can start visualizing everything that you want, like it's a movie. Give thanks for it as if you already have it, okay? Does that make sense, hon? That's a good tool for all of you to do. Everybody should have their own sacred space created within their head, where you can go and just talk to the divine. Felicia, Lynn, and Daisy. Yeah. Okay. Felicia, what was your question? Oh. Oh, Spirit's messages for you and your family. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm glad, Olive. I'm glad. Yeah. So, but this is one of the things that I learned. So this was through PSI seminars. They taught us. So I went in and created this room. Everything's white, but they tell you to set, according to this guy's interpretation of it, you visualize a big screen with a computer attached to it. You can turn it red, ask your question of the divine, hit enter on the computer, and then to turn the screen blue, and you get an answer. So the last time I went, it was a little different. So what I did is I went in and created, because I invite people in for healing into that room. I created a room, another room that was only for me. That one's on a cliff with a waterfall out here I could look at. There's a clearing, and there's a forest behind me, and you can see the mountains. That's my sacred space. That's where I go to manifest. Yes, Casey's an awesome mod, huh? So this Mercury is going to put even more pressure on people that are holding back in relationships. So if somebody doesn't come back by the end of February, they're not going to come back. Yeah. Mercury said to station Pluto. Oh, yeah. And Pluto, yeah. Okay. You know what? These cards look awesome. Okay, you might have a little bit of a setback with whatever's going on, but it's going to be okay. Okay, King of Pentacles. Someone stable, long-term, secure. Okay. I figured to the end of February, Casey, because of the shadow period. Stability. I think there's some really long-term stability, some happiness, everything here. Okay, everything. And then see, emotional fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment, happiness. That could also represent, could be a marriage even, or just happy family coming together. But again, having it all, coming into the prosperity, the abundance. Look at this fat little mouse. There's much more than enough to spend, spare, share, save, and assist. Okay? But I do think that it's going to come in quick. But you know what, hon? You need to you're going to have to take a leap of faith with this. See where he's at? It's a fast coming in energy, but look, he's standing on a cliff. You're going to have to take a leap of faith. Okay? Are you getting the divorce settlement that you want, Felicia? It may be better than you think, okay? But something's going to come in, something sudden, something shocking, something unexpected. I feel like you're going to have to take a little bit of time to heal, hon. But you know what? Don't give up. Okay? Don't give up. Because I want you to focus on how much you've accomplished and how far you've come. Don't give up. I think the more you focus on the gratitude for everything you've been through, the more that it's going to bring in. Okay. Yeah. Just hang in there. Hang in there. It's going to happen. But I think right now you need to focus on you. Okay? Good. I'm glad you're getting what you want, girl. Lynn, what's your question, hon? You're Gemini and Western and Taurus and Vedic. I know I'm Virgo, Libra, and Libra. Even in Vedic, I think I'm Libra for the moon. Lynn, what's your question, hon? Healing and love. It'd be interesting to see what he said about my chart. Sun, moon, rising in Libra and Western. It's on healing and love. The retrogrades have got me and I don't know what to do. Okay. You know what, hon? Just be you. Okay? Just be you. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You're just cooking and washing dishes. Yeah. Okay. This person's a mover and shaker. They make things happen. They take care of everybody's needs. They're just passionate about everything that you do, okay? But I think that you've come to a point to where you have completed some major lessons. Okay. Movers and shakers, yeah. Casey's the mover and shaker of the channel here. Her and Daisy. Okay. Yeah, you've completed a lot of lessons. You're ready to move on, and I think a lot of us, are going through ascension symptoms. Okay, but we're ready to move on. We're ready to move on to new lessons, to new beginnings. Okay, I do show that. Just focus on you. I want you to focus on what you love, what you want. At this point in time, you're in glow up mode as I speak. Yeah, she's like Casey. She manifests exactly what she wants. But this is you, the early beginnings of you finding what you're passionate about, what makes you happy. Okay? But I see you're going through major changes, and I think that's from your choices and decisions that you're making. Okay? You're transmuting, you're upgrading, you're changing. We're all transforming, okay? And you're walking away from everybody else's burdens. That's the main thing, okay? Quit worrying about everybody else, what they're doing. It's time for you to gather up your resources and walk away from situations. Some people need to handle their stuff by themselves. The universe is just waiting for you to do this, because when you let go of carrying about everybody else, hon, things are going to shift. And then, see, the first and the last card are the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay? Someone mature, Morgan Freeman. Okay. Someone that's gone through a lot of transformation and change in order to know exactly who they are, who they want. So I think you're moving from the mover and shaker. I think you're moving to the more mature you. Okay. You've been through a lot, and this is helping you to know exactly who you are and what you want. Okay. I'm going to pull one more card. Yeah. Just hang in there because there's some healing going on. You're learning to balance things emotionally. This is like, when I look at this, it's like you're learning what your wants are versus your needs. Okay? But hang in there, have some patience, because there's lots of healing going on. Okay? Does that make sense, hon? And see, look at the king. He's also holding that. So is she. Holding that fire. Okay, let me shuffle Daisy. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, Daisy. What's coming up for Daisy? Hey, Snow Queen, how you doing tonight, hon? Or this morning? You're welcome, hon. You have to work on healing the past. Okay. So the first card up is the Nine of Wands. That's the wounded warrior. I know you're feeling very raw. You know, you're second guessing yourself. You're questioning a lot of things that you've done in your life. And I want you to focus on what you've accomplished. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because they're running out of a lot of things in the stores now, okay? But you know what, hon? Things are shifting, things are changing, okay? And I know you're doing the work, hon. I know you are. But it's divine timing. Divine timing. But things are shifting and moving in your favor. I do show that a lot of confusion. A little bit of, I think you're doing a lot of introspection, a lot of arguing with yourself, you know. But see, you're the Queen of Pentacles, girl. And I know you take the time for gratitude, and I know you take the time to enjoy life. So just stay grounded. You've been through a lot. Acknowledge all that, okay? Yeah. And see, you're coming out of the nightmare. So here's another 9. You have a 9 of Wands on top and a 9 of Swords on the bottom. This is coming out of the depression and the anxiety. Okay? You're coming out on the other side much wiser. You know? And here's your cup of love. Okay? I feel like you keep offering a cup of love, but everything's out of balance. Okay? There needs to be more of an even give and take. Because I think somebody else is stuck in the past. Okay? Somebody else is stuck in the past. I don't think it's you. But I do show that you need to make some choices and decisions around love. And I know you've been doing that, okay? But you know what, hon? Yeah. It's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to feel hurt. That's part of life. That's part of the experience. But this is coming into more of an emotional balance. Just keep following your intuition and knowing, hon. Okay? Because there is light being brought in on the situation more than you think. You know you're not alone. Snow Queen is in England. She is in England. Casey can't say much. She can't sleep. Oh my gosh. We were where we needed to be. You sleep all day. I keep telling you to try the natural calm, Snow Queen. I feel like it's Gina. I feel like it's Gina. Because it felt, yeah. Oh, sorry, hon. Yeah, it's going to take you a couple weeks to get back up to speed, hon. Okay, 3 cards. For Casey. Try it, and it helps with the sleeping. It helps with the asthma. Oh, hell, girl. Should I even think that I'm not going to pull good cards for you? Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings. Hey, Judy. Okay. Gift from the universe. Prosperity, abundance, stability, happy family, safety, security. How's that puppy doing anyway, Casey? Okay. And then I have the Judgment card. Call to awaken. I don't necessarily, okay, anything you thought was over and done with is not over and done with. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a person. But I feel like you've been trying to lay something to rest. And I think it needs to be dealt with. But then I have the Magician. You have all the tools. You have the abilities. So keep practicing, keep studying. Okay? Everything was practice and study up until now. Okay? Everything was practice and study. And you need to keep doing that in order to maintain your skills. Okay? Did it hit it on the nose, hun? Boom, she says. Sleep all day and miss the sunshine. Yeah, make sure you're taking your vitamin D3, Casey. You guys have anything specific you want to talk about tonight? Yes, Dr. Casey. I can only tell you what I have experienced. The things that I find work for me. Yeah, let it rip, Casey. What you got to say, girl? I've been tired, I've been exhausted, but at the same time, I just don't have the energy to do anything. Uh-oh. So you're struggling with reaping and sowing and the universe intervening. Okay, so Felicia, what are you allowing yourself to have? The universe loves you so much, it will give you what you are asking for, but you have to make the effort too. It's not going to hand you something on a silver platter. You know, you have to take the steps toward what you want also. And if you're going to, are you asking for something specific, or are you, asking for something specific, or you are asking for this or something better? What are you allowing yourself to have or not have? Oh, girl, I don't know a lot about mythology. Just what I've read in science fiction novels. No. Hi, Rob. So, okay. So, okay, let me ask you this, Felicia. What did you learn from this relationship? What did you learn from this relationship? And just because you've lived a righteous life does not mean that you are not bringing in stuff from past life to deal with. What did you learn from the relationship? What lessons did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? Hi, Jared. How are you tonight, hon? I learned that my ego is to overgive of myself and then I accept things from others that I would not put up with. Yeah. So one of the things that we're here to learn is we are different. We need to learn some self-love. Okay? One of the things I talk about all the time is how do you change the world one person at a time? And that one person you start with first is yourself. Okay? It's one thing to be loving, caring, and nurturing for everybody, but we are not other people's doormats. Felicia, have you tried the bubble technique, hon? Have you tried that, hon? So I would put in some of that negative self-talk in there. If the bubble technique does not work for you, visualize this big old suitcase. I want you to start putting your everything that happened in your child into the suitcase. Lock it all down and throw it into a violet flame to transmute it. Like and subscribe or else. Thanks, Jared. That's cool. So try the bubble technique, hun, and try the suitcase technique and see which one works better for you. You're funny. Casey and I were on with Stacy last night, Jared. Okay, so create a small suitcase. Every piece that comes up, throw it into that suitcase, lock it, and then throw it into the violet flame. Or put it into a bubble and hand it off to an angel. Jared's going to be in our group for doing the shields. Yeah. And it's okay if it comes up in bubbles because it's like it's layered in the subconscious mind, Felicia. As it comes up, just let it go. And you could always come in here and talk to us, hon. You know, we're on here enough. You like handing it off to an angel? Yeah, so do I. But I could also feel the energy when I do that too. Yeah. This fairy school started with singing bowls as bells and oracle cards, crafts, and everything. Everyone ate healthy and was healthy, and the girls played so well. Found some soul. That is awesome. That is, the universe responded to your needs, hon. Okay, so let's talk about the shields a little bit. Okay. You build a physical shield. Okay, it could be a round shield, whatever you want. It could be square, it could be a canvas, it could be a ring with leather in it, whatever medium that you want to put it on. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it, it's a reversed vision board, Casey. Okay? It's a reverse vision board. Instead of showing the universe what you want, you were saying, universe, I am open and receptive to you giving me a gift every month around the new moon. The next new moon is the end of this month, so we will still get started in January, okay? All you have to do is put an intent out. Universe, I would like to build a shield. The commitment is over 12 months. Every month for 12 months, you will receive some kind of gift, and you put it on the shield. It's a reverse vision port. It's learning for you to receive from the universe and to acknowledge it on the shield. And then you can hang it on your wall or whatever, and you could say, wow, this was a huge, huge lesson in manifestation. You bought oracles for children's cards? How cool is that? I don't know what an inverse vision port is, hon, but this was taught to me by an Iroquois medicine woman. You could put an intent out, well, I want to do a shield for protection, or I just want to do a shield with whatever the universe wants to give me. You can put an intention out there for what you want to build. But to me, what was huge for me this last year was every month somebody expressed gratitude to me for who I am. And it's like, how do I paint that on a vision board? That sounds more like a spiritual shield to me. Yeah. The fairy thing was to die for. I wish I could show her Major Dry and she led a beautiful art class. It was so cool. If you send me a picture of it on email, I could copy it and I could post it on here, Jenna. I think the object is, Casey, is to build a physical shield. You could build a spiritual shield if you want, but I think the object that this one is to build a physical shield, that's something you could actually look at. You know how you're saying put post-it notes on the mirror in the bathroom? This is something you could hang on your wall and remember all the gifts that the universe has given you. Hey, Sierra. You could use galvanized metal in case you accidentally leave it outside. No rust or bust. That's funny, Jared. That's funny. We're kind of on a fantasy theme because Casey and I were talking about Renaissance fairs and elves. I don't call it a brag board, Casey, because I feel very humble whenever I receive a gift from the universe. You know? Tall elf and wizards. Yeah, we were talking about tall elves and wizards. I I I release whatever comes up, Felicia. That's okay. The more you release, the less things are going to pop up. And when they do, you know how to do it, you know? And the physical shield, this is the first year we're probably going to follow through on this. But the physical shield is just a gift from the universe. Okay? It's a lesson in learning how to receive. Yeah, Jared, we have that Renaissance fair down in Larkspur here every year, July and August. Unicorns and unicorns and Pegasus. You're obsessed with butterflies or transformation and change, Jenna. You know? Butterflies also represent the 4 different stages of life. No, my vision is a tall, good-looking elf. Oh, that's funny. Your yearly steampunk fair, yeah. Bees, miracles, butterflies, yeah. But the bee, what I would, oh, and did I bring the book down? Yes, I did. I brought my book down. Let me read you what it says about bees. So name it something else. You know, a shield is it doesn't have to be anything like that, hun. Name it whatever you want. It's like a covenant between you and the universe. Where's the bees? Where's the insects? Oh, oh. Went right to it. And not a Kibler elf, yeah. Tall, thin, good-looking elf. Yes, it's all about gratitude and being thankful and receiving. Okay, a bee. Like the silkworm, the bee is a small insect that humans have made useful as a domestic animal. Wild honeybees live in hollow trees. Domestic bees live in beehives. Where each population lives on its own level, bees have a highly developed senses. They have 2 compound eyes and the top of the head, 3 simple eyes that probably serve for sensing light. They also remember landmarks for up to 6 miles as they travel in search of food. So, on their flights, they use the sun, which they can locate behind thick cloud cover. Bees also have a highly developed sense of time. Amazingly, they tell each other locations of new feeding places by means of certain dances. Scents and sounds are also used for communication. A hive of bees is centered on a queen. She is fertilized by a male bee, a drone, at mating time. And then, throughout her life, she lays over 1,000 eggs a day each year in late spring. If a new queen hatches, the old queen leaves the hive for half of the workers, and they look for a new home. A well-established beehive has a queen, about 1,000 drones, which only live from spring to summer, and about 10,000 and 60,000 workers, depending on the time of year. The worker bee, which only lives about 30 days, begins as a cell cleaner, becomes a nurse on the 3rd day. From the 10th to 18 days, transfers the incoming honey and pollen into cells. After guarding the entrance, it begins with orientation flights and visits to flowers. After this, it is grown and works for the rest of its life as a gathering bee. One collecting flight of one honeybee brings in 40 milligrams of nectar, about 1/1000th of an ounce, which produces 10 milligrams of honey. In the process, the bee fertilizes 20 to 200 flowers. Only female bees can sting. This defense, provided via a poison gland, is primarily used upon hostile insects, but people and animals threaten the beehive or the life of the bee can also be attacked. The stinger is barbed, so it sticks in the dense skin of humans and animals. The bee dies after such a sting because the stinger is torn loose from its delicate body. When stinging less dense targets, the bee can pull its stinger out. In symbolic language, the bee embodies the human essence. It is oriented toward the light, lives on nectar, and spends its whole life in submission to the laws of the whole. We encounter bees often in the spring, summer, and fall. With their humming, they tell us to seek the bright essence of our existence, orient ourselves toward joy. Let our life's path unfold in this way. Human beings are of light, and our task is to make a celebration of our lives. Let yourself be carried away by the wonders of the moment and taste the sweet things in life that come with joy. No true love, neither for another person nor for one's own life, can be built on ill humor and sorrow. The law the bee follows are the laws of life. The whole hive lives unquestioningly by these laws. All aspects life can offer are included in them. Learning, growing, separation, birth, and death. All these things are every day in the rhythm of a bee's colony's life. Nothing is questioned or judged. You are also advised to direct your life toward the light of joy, to take part in society, look for new essences that may conceal joy. Carry your joy in your internal life and let the essence around you. Human life consists of constant development. People can only become radiant, sublime beings if they gather light and joy. If a bee makes itself very noticeable in your life, you should consider whether your intention is really directed toward joy or whether you have directed your fascination toward weakness, illnesses, disasters, or crimes. Be alert, for fascination is the seed that bears experience as fruit. So that makes sense. You've been really focused on the illness. And by taking your daughter out, that brought the joy in. Yeah. Yeah. Pulled leaves and got good luck to clarify the signs. Steampunk. Steampunk is bringing together all kinds of little pieces of metal things and creating something else out of them. Is that not right, Rob? Yes, call it your charm bracelet then, hon. Yes. And now the fairies brought in some joy for her. How awesome is that? You said the bees were chasing her. The joy was chasing after her, trying to catch up with her. Yeah. Now you can make us all tea with honey with your bees. Yeah. Chanel makes it now. Essence of nectar. Yeah. You have cocoons all over your house right now. So are we going to have trolls tonight? I put they had to be members for at least 10 minutes before they could post. So they're subscribing in order to come in and be trolls. That makes it easier to track them. She found an empty cocoon. Yeah. That's funny. Just curious. Well, we have 4 new subscribers, so we've had 2 trolls come in. Let me pull some cards and then I'll tell you if I could read your energy. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. Star, I don't know what's going on with Star. So, Felicia, have you made some choices or decisions? You saw her rainbow. Have you been making some choices and decisions toward what you want in life? Because I think you're working on manifesting exactly what you want. Okay. I think that I think, okay. Are you acknowledging more who you are? Are you acknowledging more that you're awesome? That you deserve some awesome things in your life? So, not so much your passion, hon, but what you want in your life. Are you acknowledging more who you are? Yeah. But are you taking a lot of time to get to know who Felicia is? You're not just a mother. You're not just a wife. You're not just a daughter. You're a person also. And I think it's time for you to do a little soul searching and find out exactly who Felicia is. You know? Because in order to change the world, to make the world a better place, it's time for you to find out who you are, what's best for you, because you're the head of the family. You have to learn to take care of yourself so you can take care of the little ones. You do have to put yourself as a priority sometimes. Yes. So it's like like I'm always saying, when you fly in an airplane, they tell you put your oxygen mask on first because you can't help anybody else unless you help yourself. You need to find a healthy you so you can be a healthy example for your children. But you need to start with yourself first. We're one of the things that religions teach us is that it's a sin to be vain, but to love yourself is not being vain. It's being healthy. Now, where you're all, oh, I'm just so beautiful, oh, I'm just so gorgeous, I look better than you, that's vanity. That's not good. But learning to love yourself is different than being vain, you know? Yeah, I need to get in and start doing my mid months for January too. So, Felicia, clear that statement. I have so much to clear. I feel like I'll never get through it. Clear that statement. What would it take, universe, for me to clear all these blockages with ease? Have a little faith and confidence in yourself, hon. Have some faith and confidence in yourself. And you know what, hon? When we don't have anything else to clear, we have no reason to be here anymore. Yes. So, what would it take, universe, for me to clear all this baggage with ease? Don't make it hard on yourself. So, ask yourself this: what am I not willing to be and see? That's a huge question. That's a huge question. Yes. Ask for it, all the changes, the help, everything to come in with ease. But you know what, hon? What would it take for me to allow the changes to come with ease? Because if you do not allow that, if you have a belief system that it's hard, you need to clear that, because that will keep it from coming in easily and block you from clearing it. So clear some of the negative talk, write down some of those things that you're telling yourself. Okay? I have so much to clear. Just remember, okay, we're talking about bees, right? So you've got all these programs that are all interconnected to one program, to one queen bee. If you can find that queen bee statement at the bottom of everything, it'll clear out thousands and thousands of other things that are holding you back also. So play with the things that you were letting go of and put them all in that bubble. You know? Everybody left all of a sudden. It got quiet in here. Jared, you still here? What's a good night for you to meet, hun? Can't be Friday nights. Can't be Sunday nights. Can't be Wednesday nights. What night is the 30th? The 31st. Anyway, let me look. Calendar. It's on a Monday, but we need to meet before that. Yeah. Yes. So, just look for the core statement. That doesn't mean you can't clear other stuff that comes up. But if you can find the core statement, yeah, we'll get together. I haven't heard from Austin yet. And I haven't heard from Star or Teardrops either. And I kind of told Stacy a little bit about it last night, but I haven't heard from her either. And I think the Snow Queen wants to do it too. So when he was okay, his work schedule's funky. And he says, my work schedule's interfering with everything. And I said, so shake it up. You can do different times and stuff. So he went on live that next day and he goes, yeah, you told me to shake it up and I am. So, yeah. I know he was his work schedule and he's working on his music and he was sick and they had company over Christmas. Because he hasn't been on since before Christmas. Yeah. I had a gal come on. So I asked Stacy if she wanted to do collaboration. She said, yeah. So we had a gal on that did a collaboration with me and didn't understand what the healing work we were doing and was not ready for it. She freaked out and had me delete the video. You can't force people to do the work when they're not ready. And that's a lesson that a few people on here have had to learn. I haven't seen a comment from Sierra. I thought you guys all left all of a sudden. It got quiet. It was just me and Felicia and Jared talking. Is Leon on now? Yeah. Have you been okay? Have you been super tired, over and above work tired, Jared. I'm glad you're still here, Felicia. Are you a cat person, Felicia? Casey's got 2 little kitties, and now she's got a golden retriever dog. Good. I haven't been going anywhere except to the post office and the grocery store and the doctor's. We didn't even do Christmas because my grandkids, 2 of my older grandkids and my son came down with COVID. The girls were only down sick 3 days and up running around after that. But he was down for a week. You have 2 dogs and a cat? Oh. But you know, Felicia, you know that cat is still around you. I saw a cute little cartoon on Facebook. There's St. Peter's standing at the gates of heaven, and there's this guy standing there, and this dog comes running. He says, "Oh, you must be John. We've been hearing about you for the last 50 years. And the dog's running to him. Yeah, all happy. I said, isn't that appropriate? I'm just down to Tinkerbell. Yeah, Midnight's a cool name. How are you doing tonight, Sierra? I had a little cat named Muffy. He thought he was a dog. He'd hear my car or he'd hear me calling for him and he'd come running home. I'm so happy, Jenna, that you got out of the house, you and the little one. It's important for both your mental health. When's the doctor's appointment for her, Jenna? M's back. Did you get all your dishes done, M? Yeah. Jenna's when your daughter's doctor's appointment, hon? Not a thing. Radio silence. So, universe, what would it take for my daughter to get into the doctor's quickly? Everyone's fed. Well, mine's over here curled up sleeping. What would it take, universe, for Jenna to hear about the appointment for her daughter? I know a lot of people are waiting for appointments for their kids right now, especially in England. I don't know if she's just not feeling good. Instead of laying in her bed, she's been sitting under my feet. I said, why are you sitting on my feet? You got a comfortable bed over here and it's a hard floor over here. Warm laundry. Yeah, I did. I did laundry yesterday. Let me look at the ice. Hold on. So the International Snow Sculpture Championship is Monday the 24th through Friday the 28th. Well, actually, this other one says the 24th to Sunday the 30th. Cripple Creek has one the 5th to the 13th. No, it's free, hon. It's free. All we have to do is drive up there. Cripple Creek. Cripple Creek is also a place to go gambling. And Breckenridge is about an hour and 15 minutes from Denver. I don't like to gamble, and I probably need to clear that. Hey, Leon, how you doing tonight? Hit the like. It is also free. Yeah, these guys are coming in with a sense of humor tonight. What did you say, Jared? Hit the like or else. It's about 2 miles above sea level, too. Yeah. Hey, Crazy Crystal, how you doing tonight? What part of Colorado would you like to move to, Jared? I would say Colorado Springs is probably a good area at this point. You had an interesting night? Good. I hope that's a good, interesting night. I know there's a lot of things to do here in Colorado. A lot of things year round. Okay, Jared, check out West Cliff. Check out West Cliff. I would probably do the same thing, M. So the girls had me look up something the other night where the best places would be for you to live. And it's like from here west would be good for me to live. You know, Jared, you could buy 40 acres of land down in West Cliff for probably about $20,000. Crazy Crystal, I think that's the energy that's going on at this point in time. We have a fire and ice. They make a giant snow hill. Yeah. But they had 40 acres for like $7,000 before this price jump. I was telling Casey, her and Leon should come down and visit. There's lots of things to do down here in Colorado. And there's a Renaissance Festival in Larkspur. They could hit the Renaissance Fair and go down through, go down to like the sand dunes and down into Ouray, Colorado, Little Switzerland area. Yeah. Down to Telluride. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous down there. And go down and see Mesa Verde. Your house is crazy overpriced. Yeah. And I was reading an article. Don't count on house prices going down this year. They just had a Christmas train up at the Georgetown Loop. I had it on my list and I didn't have any. Yeah. I think they will, Em. I think they will eventually. Where does your friend live, Leon? Like I said, I think it's the energy. The energy, I think, till the end of February is going to be absolutely crazy for everybody. You know, West Cliff. It's right along the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. It's just absolutely gorgeous down there, and it's the opposite side of the sand dunes. But it's West Cliff, Colorado. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, Southwest Colorado. I think it's south of Canyon City. Yeah. I've traveled through 26 states and I still haven't found anything like Colorado. Yeah. Yeah. You like New England? But Em, if you have some vacation time this summer, let's take a trip. Let's take a trip. I want to go up north to Minnesota and go across the Canadian border over to Canada, down the East Coast, and come back. Was a Caribbean traveler, have to do America yet? Yeah. Nebraska, I gotta have the mountains, girl. I'm out here on the high plains, but I could still see the mountains. Mhm. Yeah. And I love to travel. I'm trying to save up some money for this trip. I've been wanting to do this trip for a year. Oh, north. Okay, New England. Yeah. So one of my friends that was raised in New England, she says, In New England, you have 3 falls. The trees start turning yellow and then orange. And then pretty soon you have another set of them turning yellow and orange. She says you like have 3 falls in one fall. She says it's just gorgeous. Yeah, I've been to Florida. I drove through Georgia at night, but we drove through part of Kentucky and Tennessee during the day, but we didn't get to, yeah, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, Quebec, yeah. Yes. Tennessee was green. Gotcha. I'm going to say really, oh, because it's summer spot, but that's about it, yeah. Well, from the pictures I have seen, okay, do any of you ever watch Sadhguru? He's got a 8-part series of their trip across the U.S. in 40 days to explore the Native American sites. And some of the scenery is just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But it was interesting because I heard one of the guys from Black Eyed Pea, the group, is a Native American. And he says, where would you recommend going? He says, Devil's Tower. He goes, go over there on the full moon and stay for about 3 days. It'll change your whole life. Your whole life. And he was talking about the Southwest going through Bryce Canyon and all these areas in Utah. And he says these columns are like people that are all lined up. And he goes, you can feel the energy off of them. So he was looking at some of the native, some of the like Chaco Canyon, Mesa Verde, Grand Canyon. Everything goes northwest when he uses a pendulum. Everything's lined up northwest. But that, yeah. Watch his 8-part series. That's fascinating. But he was following the Native Americans, yeah. And trying to understand the Native American spirituality. Now, when he got back, before they did the series, he had made a comment. I was listening to him one night. He said, the Native Americans have a unique spirituality, but they were around 60,000 people plus in cities when London was only like 20,000 people, you know? Yeah. I want to go to Canada, but not till COVID's over. I don't have the shot. Now I have a friend that lives up in Canada, up in Alaska. I was supposed to go up and see her. Egypt. I want to go to Scotland, Ireland, England, Wales, and I would like to go to Greece and New Zealand. Well, Em, you got a traveling partner here. I do have a passport. We just need to figure out what to do with Tinky. Yes, we've been talking about traveling. You're off for 18 days. Ah. Is she going to move to British Columbia, hon? You're ready to move up there. I was just reading about the little plastic cubicles they have for people that they suspect might have COVID. They're making them stay in there for 2 weeks. Yeah. And they're talking about doing door-to-door searches for people that aren't vaccinated in Germany. Uh-huh. I just want to travel. I want to go. I want to go north. I wouldn't go to New Zealand because I want to, or northern Alaska because I want to see the aurora borealis. Yeah, I heard that, Jenna. They're starting it there. Yeah. South America. Yeah. So somebody was asking me. So when we were talking about one of the places in Central America or South America to retirement in, I kept thinking it starts with a P. It starts with a P. We said Paraguay. It's Panama. A lot of Americans are moving down to Panama and living like kings on $1,200 a month. Yeah. Mediterranean cruise. I know, Jenna. I would like I would like to go to Greece. Yeah. And even Jason was saying that they opened up the border between providences, and COVID has just gone like crazy now. Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree, Leon. I think that Australia can be very deadly. Guatemala, the Honduras too, Jared. 11/11. Ooh, Paris. The problem is with Hawaii anymore, it's just so expensive. Like I was saying, if you watch that doctor video, he questions, He goes, why are these doctors just saying, you got COVID, go home, and then they don't do anything until they go into the hospital when there are drugs, antiviral drugs, and some other things that work, you know? Doesn't make any sense. He goes, normally doctors are looking for research on what to treat people with. They're being told nothing works. Somebody else brought up a good point today. More people die a year of tuberculosis than they are dying of this, that, yeah. Then this virus, why are they not pushing the shots for tuberculosis? Yeah. Yeah. You go hang out with Thor. I want to hang out with a tall, good-looking elf. Oh, Jenna. I want somebody that's in touch with nature and has some magic. Oh, I know. That was really freaky how he went out. So, oh, hell no, girl. I live in an agricultural uh, county. Lots of horse people. Lots of farmers. The tall elf has a magic wand. I was kind of thinking something. I was thinking the tall elf with yeah, with magic fingers. No, I was not impressed with Florida. And we were down in the Keys when they had one of the major storms. There was lightning coming down, hitting the road right in front of us. Yeah, the Hocus Pocus house. Downtown Boston. Those hobbit houses are cute. The cop cars with witches on them flying on brooms. Look, I tried to watch one of them shows on Netflix, and it was just too dark. Too dark. How fun would it be to go to New Orleans? I've gone through 26 states. I was telling Leon we were talking about the Renaissance Festival. Austin Sundays. Jared, are you open to Sunday? Austin just responded. He said he's open Sunday, and one of the other gals is open to Sunday too. Oh, yeah. The Renaissance Festival we have here is pretty good sized. People come from all over the country for it. No, New Orleans, Nolans. Yeah. Okay, so my kids and I, about 10 years ago, we took off from Denver. We drove up to Wyoming, to Yellowstone. Then we drove up through Montana, Idaho, up to Washington, and then down the whole West Coast, and came back through Nevada and Utah. We took 2 weeks, but we were camping out for a couple days here and there too. But if you watch Saguru, they went through a lot. They went through like almost 10,000 miles in 40 days. And they were on motorcycles, and they had a motorhome. Sorry is Tarot. How are you? Your son was conceived at one. The West Coast is pretty. I'm doing fine, hon. How are you? I'm glad you're here. We're talking about traveling right now. We're supposed to be doing spiritual talk, but we're talking about traveling. We talk about everything. Is that a trick or treat, Casey? You want to go? Where are you at now, hon? What state are you in now? I think it would probably take a couple months to hit each one of the states if you wanted to take the time to stop and look at things. Yeah. Conjuring House in Rhode Island. I've never even heard of it. What's the name of the one in Florida to where they said he levitated all the rocks to create his house? What's the heck's the name of that one? There's a place in Iowa I remember going to as a teen. It's rocks and seashells and everything from all over the world they have taken, and they made these grotto with the statues of Jesus and Mary and everything, and that was really pretty. You're in New York City? What I would like to do this summer, hon, is I want to Em and I might do this. Jump in the car from Colorado, go straight up north, and go across and come back. The Coral, yeah, it might be the Coral Castle. Oh, hell no, Leon. I don't watch stuff like that. I've seen too many real things. I wouldn't sleep, and I live by myself. I watched the Amityville Horror House, and that's, yeah. Hi, Perul. I've seen some stuff that'll make your hair stand on end. And I'm sure Leon's probably seen worse than what I've ever seen, but no. Wow. I just like to get in the car and go and just see all the little sights, you know? Mansions for sale for $1 because they're haunted. You can go in and find your own answers in meditation, but sometimes we do need a medium in order to help us find things that we're not willing to hear. That'd be a good question to talk to Leon about. Because a lot of times, hon, we don't allow ourselves to hear the answer. Yeah. Not a few weeks per state. Okay. A lot of states are like maybe 8 to 12 hours drive straight across it. I'd say probably 2-3 days per state. 2-3 days per state. Hi, Divine Universe. How are you? So, Parul, try asking the universe some questions. Start asking the universe some questions. What else is possible? What do I need to see here? What can be better than this? What am I now not allowing myself to be and see? Time for learning website. Yeah. But the thing is also, Leon, you got to believe that you could go within and find the answers. We're taught so much that the mainstream religions teach us that the answers are outside of us, and that's not true. Yeah. Okay, divine universe. Who does that belong to? Okay, the reads are done for tonight. We're doing spiritual talk right now, but we're also talking about travel. Okay, divine universe. So close your eyes, divine universe. Take a few deep breaths. I'm going to ask you a question. Let me know when you've taken 2 or 3 deep breaths, okay? I want you to relax. I'm going to ask, let me know. I want you to ask, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to give me the first number that pops in your head. Parul, we can answer questions here. We support you on your spiritual path. We can answer a lot of questions. If I don't know, there's people here that might know the answers. Okay, so divine universe, did you take those deep breaths yet? Just close your eyes, hun, and relax. First thing that pops into your head. What percentage of that depression and anxiety is yours? What percentage of it is yours? Give me the first number that pops in your head. So, Crazy Crystal, are you willing to let yourself be a millionaire? Okay, so you're overthinking it. So close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths again. Take a deep breath, 2 or 3 deep breaths, relax. I'm going to ask you again, what percentage of that anxiety and depression is yours? Don't second guess it. First number that pops up. Okay. So I'm going to think, okay, I'm going to reverse that. I think 10% of that is yours. If you're getting over 30%, you're overthinking it. Most people don't get over 30% of everybody else's, stuff. So all the depression and anxiety that is not yours, divine universe, send it back to the universe for healing and see if you don't lighten up. Well, she's picking up 90%. I'm thinking 90% of is not hers. So it's probably 10%. You guys are funny. Try that, divine universe. Everything that is not all the anxiety and depression that's not mine, send it back to Source for healing. You have a heartache as well. So do the same thing. So all the heartache that is not mine, I am going to send it back to Source for healing also. And it may lighten up. It's not, it'll make it more manageable for you to work on it, hon. It's a piece of the pie. You guys are funny. 90210. Yes. Can anybody talk to me about astral travel? You do feel lighter, hon? So try doing that. Whenever you feel heavy or something like that, send it back to the universe for healing. All the energy that's not yours, okay? Because as an empath, you're picking up everybody else's energy on top of what you're feeling. You could be feeling 1% of something, and you're going to pick up 99% from everybody else. Pi Day. You have astral projections during drum journeys? I haven't been to a drum journey for, gosh, about 6 years now. You guys are funny tonight. Well, I want to know about astral travel because I have somebody that was visiting me in astral travel all the time. It doesn't matter, hon. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. You are going to pick up other people's stuff even though you're in your room and not going anywhere. Yes, it is draining him. Yes, Parul. Okay. So one of the things I would ask, hon, ask to find your own inner teacher. Ask to find your own inner teacher. You're welcome, hon. Swardsy. But sometimes, Parul, sometimes we have to give ourselves permission to do things because we believe that we have to look outside ourselves for our teachers, and we actually are our own teachers. One of the things I tell you, how do you change the world? One person at a time. You start with yourself. Find your own truth and clarity. You're your greatest teacher. And one of the things I tell, question everything, even what I tell you. Find your own truth and clarity. You guys are funny. And hon, we do nothing but spiritual talk on Friday nights if you want to come back on a Friday night. How cool is that? But that's all, like I said, that's all we do on Friday nights is spiritual talk. So you can come in and write a list of questions. Write a list of questions, hon. And come back and we'll see how much we can help you. I don't think so either, Sierra. I don't think so either. This is what I put up. I put up earlier for you guys to watch. So here's a video for you guys to watch. Brings up some good questions. We're here, hon. And if I don't have answers, I'm sure we can find out. But we have a lot of people with a wide variety of talents. Yeah. They didn't target her, hun. It was the shot. And now they're trying to downplay it. Yeah, they're trying to downplay it now. We know you're here, Judy. You can type as slow as you want, hon. But if you guys get a chance, watch that video. Yeah. It's energetically, none of it feels right. None of it feels right. Thank you, hon. It's yeah, claircognizance. Yeah, none of it feels right. I was listening to some stuff today on while I was cleaning the kitchen on the Mayan calendar and how they work it. Yeah. And they're saying that we need to connect to the earth, and we know we are part of nature. and everything's within, you know. So maybe you shouldn't ignore it. Maybe you should acknowledge it. Doesn't mean you have to carry it, or you. The more you push it away, hon, the more you try to ignore it, the more it's going to come back and haunt you. So sometimes it's good just to acknowledge the awareness, just so you know that it's there, you know? Just so you know. Yeah. So with the nodes changing, does it look like things are going to be a little bit easier? Somebody was talking about that today. They said with the node change that things should start being a lot easier for all of us. So, Snow Queen, the more you resist, the more it persists. So, instead of overthinking about it, acknowledge it, you know? Just acknowledge it. You don't have to think about it. Just acknowledge that you're picking up the energy, hon. Yeah. Clariscendent, yeah. But just remember, we have all the gifts, but what do we allow ourselves to have? You know? Good night, Jared. Let me know if Sunday will work for you, hon. Because I have 2 people that would like to do it on Sunday. You have a good night, Jared. And if you talk to Stacy, explain to her what we're doing, hon. Okay? Somebody's super tired. Somebody's got me yawning. Or somebody's releasing something. Maybe that's what it is. Because all of a sudden I'm yawning like crazy. So, Jenna, tell us what else you know about the changes with the nodes. So, Divine Universe, who does that belong to? So, everywhere you're feeling tired and down all the time, send it back to Source. Send it back to Source for healing. I think my native is getting restless over here. Mercury retrograde. As if this Venus retrograde wasn't bad enough. That's been emotionally shaking me around like a rag doll. Now we're going into Mercury retrograde to bring out more of it? Oh, please, universe. I'm hiding until the end of February. That's crazy. Yes, Mercury retrograde. We're going to have 4 of them this year. The first one starts Friday, and we're in the pre-shadow period now. Yeah, see? All you need is a little bit of knowledge to know what's going on. Yeah. So we're in the pre-shadow period now. Oh my God, no wonder I'm 38% air sign. Oh my gosh. According to astrology, your Mercury is retrograde. Yeah. When you were born, hon? Yeah. Cake and pie. That's funny. You guys are funny tonight. So there is an app called, what is it called? The Pattern? Hold on, let me look. Horos. Horos. Girl, I'm Sun, Moon, Rising, Libra. I have 5 planets in Libra, right? Sun, Moon, Libra, Venus, Neptune. Okay. But if I look at my, I take that back. Okay. Keep in mind, Libras go for balance. I'm 41% water, 41% air, 9% fire, and 9% earth. 50% yin and 50% yang. My life path is 11 and my destiny is 1. Yeah, my oldest son does that. He always hid his emotions through humor. He always played the clown. My youngest son does that too. Yeah. Yeah, the modes run backwards, counter to the moon. It's like even the astrology has, yeah, everything's balanced. I need to start on the mid-month astrology readings tomorrow. My flashes My flashes of knowing, my flashes of seeing, my flashes of hearing things seem to be, well, some of them are emotional based, or some of them are just warnings. Yeah. And when I get those flashes of like a video, I pay attention big time. My Venus is in Scorpio. I think for most people this will be a good year. Oh, yeah, I have a stellium in Scorpio too. Stellium in Libra and stellium in Scorpio. And my progressed planets, I think they were water signs too. That's crazy. Yeah. My stelliums are in my first and fourth house. Not fun. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know, Jenna. Yes, I'm going to make it a good year. Yes. Good attitude. Good attitude. 8th and 12th houses. Hey, Judy. So you have stelliums in the 8th and 12th house, Casey? I have stelliums in Libra and, yeah, Scorpio, 1st and 4th houses. Stellium in your 10th house? Work, work, work. So that's all I used to do was work, work, work. Once I lost my job and started on the spiritual stuff, learning to heal well, I was doing that before I lost my job. But then once I lost my job, my brain says, no, we're not doing any more technical stuff. No more. No more. So, Crazy Crystal, I would put that statement into the bubble. I've been through enough misery to cripple a demon. Put that into a bubble and hand it off to an angel. Clear that statement, hon. Okay, Stacy cried because you said she was very loving, nurturing, caring. And God, girl. She was saying kind of the same thing to me, that I was knowing, loving, caring, nurturing, gentle. Had some awesome things coming in. She said she saw somebody come in probably November. She said I was very tuned in and tapped in. You made her cry. You made her cry. It's like she was saying the same thing about you, Casey. You know? And I do think that you would be a good life coach. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I know, hon. I know. But the thing is to clear that energy, to clear those statements, to make sure they're totally cleared, hon. We don't want anything holding you back. Because I think you are going to manifest a wonderful year this year. You deserve it. We all deserve it. We just need to project love at everything. Everything, even something that makes you mad, project love at it. Thank it for its lessons that it's teaching you. We need to shift the energy, you know? Yeah. The only thing that exists should be, yeah, love. Putting love on everything just shifts everything, you know? You can't be projecting hate and judgment and everybody and everything, and eventually it will start deteriorating even your body, you know? You can't be carrying that around. Yeah. So try putting a little bit of your anger into a pink bubble too. I think there's a difference between psychic and seeing what other people's won't say and psycho, Leo. I know. Yeah, it's hard. So, Leon, do you ever run into a dilemma where it's, do I step in and say something, or is this going to interfere with free will? I run into that a lot as a healer. Some people just want you to listen, and some people are actually asking for help. It's a skill to learn to listen and see what it is. Okay, she just wants somebody to listen. No, she's asking for help, And then we don't want to step on any toes and offer advice and interfere with somebody's free will and get in trouble for that. So it's like we have to learn to be discerning. Yeah. Yeah. It's called discernment. Yeah. Yeah. The nodes are what we're here to learn and what we're working on coming out of. Yeah. Nodes. The nodes, okay, so this is what we're trying to achieve in this lifetime. And the south nodes is what we are, where we're at, but we need to move to this energy. Yeah. Yeah. Intersections. Oh, don't even start in. The alarm clock's running. Oh, she's so funny. Yeah. But moving into these new nodes, wasn't it today that they moved? It's supposed to lighten things up for a lot of us. No, nothing to fear. Just a shift in energy. Oh my gosh, this dog's like a bulldog. Sometimes she's pushing the blanket off the couch. Get it out of my way. Right, nothing to fear. The nodes, yeah. Let me look it up. North node. That's the explanation. There are the points in the sky where the moon and sun cross paths. In astrology, the lunar nodes of the moon are divided into two, the north and south node. Both tell a story of fate and destiny in this lifetime and your past lives. The only thing to fear is fear itself, and spiders and Mercury retrogrades and doctors. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, are you gonna fuss at me? Huh? Come here. Come here. Let me see my puppy. Come here. Oh, yes. Gotta say hi. Gotta say hi tonight. Yeah, such a puppy. Such a puppy. Oh, yes. It's a good spot, Mom. Yes, there's Tink. You never did answer me, Casey. How's your puppy doing? And how are the cats taken to this new dog? Oh, yes, I know, Mom. I know. Oh, yes. Spiders represent creativity. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, yeah, just feeling the difference between the two, you know. Well, free will is choices and decisions. You know, nobody can take our free will away from us. We can give it away, but nobody can take it away from us. You know, that's huge. They're starting to warm up to her. Well, good. Yeah, house training's hard. Oh, the kitties. Kitty. Yeah. Tink's losing her hearing, so. Kitty. Tink. Tink. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the Native American stories is the spiders were responsible for the first written language. Yeah. You know, they keep saying things like the Native Americans came over here 10,000 years ago on a frozen bridge from across, you know, the Barren Straits, and the Indians say, no, we've always been here. So from what Segura was saying, they can go back at least 40,000 years. Lions. Lions represent, wow, let me look. Let's see what this book says before I open my mouth. It doesn't have lions in this one. Now, a mountain lion represents leadership. Okay. But this book doesn't say anything about lions. but it represents leadership and taking responsibility for things. Making choices and decisions is a form of leadership, you know. Ooh, tigers. I didn't look up tigers. Is tigers in here? Nope, this book doesn't have tigers either. Yeah. But the stories of the mountain lions is leadership, yeah. You in the Chinese zodiac, you're a tiger, hun. You just got cat all over you. Yeah. My totem is an eagle. And then I have the wolf. And then I have the horse. And it's funny because my Chinese symbol is a horse also. Yeah. The Chinese are interesting because, you know, they've been studying personality aspects and traits and medicine, and they've been refining it over at least 6,000 years. They have so much knowledge about, you know, the meridians in the body and how energy works. And it's interesting because if you look at, we have the gallbladder and the liver. The gallbladder is hollow, the liver is solid. We have the lungs. Let's see, what else? The lungs and the intestines are a balance. If you have problems with your intestines, you're going to have problems with your lungs. Then you have the kidneys, which are solid, and the bladder, which is hollow. So, and then there's meridians and the energy fields and stuff. And then the personality aspects of everything is just right on, you know? I was born in the year of a wood horse. Yeah. But in Chinese medicine, I'm a wood horse. Yeah. 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 My Tai Chi teacher, taught us Qigong and Tai Chi and a lot about Chinese medicine. Of course, I was looking at Chinese medicine before that anyway, because I was using acupuncture as a way to get better, and my acupuncturist couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting well all the time. Well, he didn't know. Well, we knew I had celiac, but I still wasn't getting better. But now that we got rid of the dairy and the nightshades, it shifted everything. But he couldn't figure it out, what was going on. But in Chinese medicine, they don't, not in Chinese medicine, in homeopathy, they don't recognize intolerances like that. So, and then the Chinese medicine doctor couldn't figure it out either. So, yeah. Our Ayurvedic medicine is awesome. That's been around for 6,000 years too. So is humoral medicine. That's what they use in South America. You know? But see, we were not meant to drink another animal's milk. And we're all mammals wean their kids off of milk. We're the only ones that continue it. And do you know if you give pasteurized milk to a calf, it'll die? There's no nutritional value. There's no nutritional value in milk at all. Yeah. Yeah, I knew which medicine you were talking about, hon. I took a medical anthropology class in college that just blew me away. Yeah, colloidal silver. But you got to be careful with colloidal silver because if you don't get the right size, it can clog your kidneys and cause problems. Yeah, the story and mythology is fascinating. All of it. You know, they all have lessons to teach us. Turmeric. Do you know that the black seed, okay, the black human seed is even talked about in the Bible. It's said to cure everything but death. Yeah. Yeah, Casey had questions about the mythology. Can you share, Crystal? I know what I've read from stories, you know. Yeah. I have some turmeric here. I drank some golden milk for a while, but I did it with coconut milk. Yeah. Casey's all excited. Yeah. Yeah. The pepper activates the turmeric. Yeah. And this has been known. See, I remember reading an article that the medical anthropologists were just blown away because they found a Neanderthal man that was frozen. He had a necklace around his neck of wormwood. They said, why does he have a necklace of wormwood around his neck? Then they went in and did an autopsy. He had parasites. They said, how did he know that wormwood would kill parasites? It's like, okay, why do they always assume everybody's dumb? Yeah, I use an alternative butter. And the problem with that is it's kind of salty, you know? But you guys do some research on black cumin seed. You want the black cumin seed that comes from Nigeria, though. Yeah. Persephone, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of them are salty. But I've seen the effect that it has on my heart immediately. So I don't even mess with dairy or While occasionally I'll sneak a piece of chocolate, and then my daughter has a heart attack. Yeah, super sad and fall began in winter, yeah. Do you not have any books on mythology, Casey? You should be studying with your daughter. And I think I found that book on the Native American stories. You do real cocoa? I use coconut milk. Yeah, I use coconut. It's called So Delicious. It doesn't taste like coconut, and it's thick. It's thicker than milk. Cocoa sticks from the Caribbean. Ooh, how awesome. I'm getting the look. I'm getting the look. Doesn't he have to get up and take his son to school in the morning? Yeah. You have a good night, Leon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing tonight. Yeah. Do your kids catch the bus too, Casey? Yeah, you have a good night, Leon. Yeah. We used to buy some bottles of pure cocoa, and somebody, yeah, it was a multi-level thing, and the person lost um, like 40 pounds, you know. I know, Casey. I know. Yeah. Huge shift. But one of the things that I learned, that little book, it's by Michael Tierra. It's called The Way of Herbs. That shifted my whole life. That helped me clear up the urinary tract infections, and it helped me with the yeast infections. Yeah. Somebody's making me feel guilty. Yeah. But this was major intestinal stuff. I mean, after 13 years of antibiotics every day, that just totally destroyed my whole intestinal tract, you know. But the herbs just, yeah, huge difference. I have some herbal cards by Michael Tieran and somebody else, and I used to lay out the cards and whatever it told me I needed, I used, and I cleared up a lot of stuff. Yes. I found golden seal. Golden seal is really good for clearing candida. I also, what was the huge relief? Instead of having a yeast infection every month, I cleared it up. I think it took 3 months, but every month when I'd get one, I'd use golden seal as a douche, and it broke the cycle of yeast infections every month for like 12 years. That was huge. That was huge, because that would contribute to the bladder infections, and the antibiotics for the bladder infections would contribute to the yeast infections. So that was a huge cycle, big cycle. Make sure you're taking D3 and zinc too, Crazy Crystal. Golden seal, yeah. Yeah. Now, you have to be aware that if you've got any kind of heart problems, you can't take golden seal. But golden seal is a natural antibiotic. So is echinacea. Yeah. Yeah. You may, Jenna, I would look at some Bach flower remedies, because there are some things that Bach flower remedies could also help with, you know, and those are safe. Yeah. Essential oils are awesome. One of the things I get arnica warming oil, and I put some drops of copaica in it. If I have any pain anywhere, it takes it away right away. So Jenna, okay, do this, okay? Everything's energy. Remember that. Everything is energy. Take the golden seal. Okay. Make a chart like this. Okay. Make everything's energy, remember? Put the golden seal here. Make 2 lines with either her picture or her name on it, and pray over it for a couple minutes. It shifts the energy. It shifts the energy, and see if she doesn't improve some. So try it, hon. This was developed in India. They're called Sanjeevinis. Okay? So every illness that you've ever had in your life, they have a circle for it. Every illness that mankind has known till now, okay? They have these circles with these little lines in them representing each illness. So what you do with that is you put like your medium, say water or something, because you can even do this with water. Okay, put the golden seal here, put a glass of water here, and pray over it, okay? It transfers the energy into the water. So you would take this, every illness that you've had in your life, you would put this water on it. You would pray over it for 1.5 to 2 minutes. What are you eating, Tink? And it transfers the energy. Okay? Yeah. Now, Crazy Crystal, the magnesium will only do that if you're taking too much of it. Okay? But you have to have the magnesium in order to absorb the calcium. Yeah. So try that, Jenna. Try that. Just try putting the energy into water or putting the bottle of golden seal here and ask it to project to her. But use the pendulum to test what she needs. She may need something different. But it's all energy. All of it's energy. Casey just ordered the Bach flower remedies. She asked me last night, did you tell me to get this? Yeah. Yeah. So if you've got one of your kids that are upset about something, you give them 3 drops of that Bach flower remedies, totally different child. It calms them down. Yeah. But yeah. She's off tonight. Okay, so try this. See if this will calm her down. You gave her some rosemary, honey, and it messed with her? You can put rescue remedy here and send the energy off to her. Oh. Yeah, they make an alcohol-free version. I'm sorry that the rosemary upset her, hon. So use a pendulum and ask if it's good for her or not. So did she get hyped up from the rosemary? Or she just got sick? I know, hon. I know. But you know what? She has you for her mother for a reason. We pick our parents before we come in, you know? What the heck? She stops breathing. So use the pendulum and ask if that's something that's good for her. I'm sorry that the rosemary messed her up, hon. Do the doctors know she's doing that? How come they don't have a monitor on her, hon? It seems like they should have some kind of monitor so you don't have to stay up all night, but it'll go off every time she stops. Or they're not intelligent. So you said you have some golden seal, but you know what? You might ask if echinacea is a better choice for her. Do you have anybody in the area that does Chinese medicine, hon? Maybe some acupuncture would help her. Yeah. Echinacea purea. Yeah. That might be a little better for her than golden seal. Okay. Do you use a pendulum, hon? If you find a good acupuncturist, they should do it on her. Yeah. Yeah, because if she's, see, in Chinese medicine, if she's having troubles in the intestines, that's going to affect her lungs also. Purea. 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 Okay. Tinky, what are you eating? Tink, what are you doing? I don't know what she's eating. Hold on, she fell behind the couch. Hold on. Oh, there she is. Oh, you got out? You got out? Okay. Yeah, when is her next appointment, hon? They don't have any children's hospitals over there to help, hon? Damn. Papaya she doesn't like? I would start muscle. I wouldn't wait until she was dying. I'd be on every one of their damn doorsteps at the door waiting when they first got into the damn office to get an appointment. Do they have her on a waiting list or what? Yeah. But I would start muscle testing some things or using the pendulum to see what's good for her and not good for her. Yeah, I would in a case like that, I'd be sitting at their front door when they came in the morning. No, you're not going to blow me off. I know, hon. I know. Try asking her dad's family history, hon, because he came from a well, I guess maybe what would you call that, a third world country? Find out what kind of health history his dad's side of the family has. Do you have anybody that does? Do you have it? Okay. Do you guys have acupuncture, not acupuncturists, homeopathists there? Instead of her eating them, hun, send them to her energetically. Send them to her like this, hun. Okay? Send it to her energetically and see if that shifts some things. You know that we're more than just the physical. The illnesses come in, okay, we have things that come in through the different layers before it gets to the physical body. So if you can clear that energy that's coming into the physical body, then you might be able to stop the illness. And girl, I'm not nuts. Everything is energy. Yeah. Because I keep getting, it's some kind of parasitic thing, but it may be that her dad or her grandparents had it and it's causing problems in her intestines. But I think the main thing that caused it is like a miasm from parasites. That's what I keep getting. It's a miasm. She doesn't physically have the parasites, but it's a miasm. You don't have anybody that does homeopathy. Antibiotics cause it, yeah. Have you tried treating her for leaky gut syndrome? By changing her diet? And my girlfriend, her granddaughter came down with Crohn's disease. Because she started working at McDonald's. She got Crohn's disease from eating food at McDonald's. She quit eating the food at McDonald's and her Crohn's disease cleared up. So since you can't do anything physically, do it energetically. I think she's too little to fast, Casey. Do it energetically, hon. Put them like that and pray over them for 2 minutes. You're not starving. You're not a poor, starving little pug. No, you're not. Don't give me those batting them little eyelashes at me. No, you're not. There's no pity here. We're just sending love and yeah. What's MCAS, Kelly? Do what you got to do, Jenna. Yeah. But since you can't do anything physically, do it energetically. Mast cell activation syndrome. Mast histamine. Yeah. Are you a nurse, Kelly? Yeah, Dr. Berg is good. So the only thing I could just suggest is, yeah, do it energetically. Do it energetically. How do they treat it, Kelly? Do they have any success with it? You're into spirituality for a reason, hun. So don't discount the energetic stuff. Yes, Tinkerbell. Yeah. It's just Dr. Berg. Dr. Berg. Yeah, I listen to him too. He's got some good stuff. Yes, he's got some good stuff. Just normal meds and treatment. Yeah. It's so hard, hun. But you're not into metaphysics for no reason. You know, if you can pray over a glass of water and change the energy in it, you should be able to do this also. Yeah. Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Somebody's nibbling on my toes. She thinks she's starving. Jenna, let us know how she's doing. We'll be back Friday. And Jenna, go check out Dr. Berg's YouTube and see what you can find out. Yeah. But everything comes in energetically. Yeah. So I would try that. You shouldn't be able to physically hurt her energetically. Okay. Okay. So we'll wrap it up for tonight. Jenna can go look for Dr. Berg. I can go feed my poor little starving pug. I know. It's so hard. And yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Kids can't tell you how they feel. I have a neighbor that had foster children, and she taught them all sign language from 5 months on in order for them to tell some of their needs. You know, no, you don't want to lose her. Yeah. Okay. Everybody have a good night. Jenna, if you need anything, reach out. You know, email me. Okay. She knows how to sign? Yeah. Good. That's awesome. Because they can let you know some of the things they're feeling that they can't say verbally, too, you know? Yeah. Okay. So we'll wrap it up for tonight. Everybody have a good night. Jenna, we're all saying prayers for you. Okay. Let us know if you need anything. We're here for you, okay? So everybody have a good night and namaste.